Mr. Pro, I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. United Nations. I'm going home. Chukwuadama, I'm going home. Going back to Biafra. Going back to Biafra. My motherland. Biafra. My fatherland. Biafra. Yeah. The son of a lion is now eating grass instead of sucking blood. Oh yeah, yeah. Very bad. I was a king in my homeland, but right now I am a slave. I am a servant in a foreign land. I wanna go back home and sit upon my throne. I wanna restore my dignity. Yeah, I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. United Nations. I'm going home. Chukwuadama, I'm going home. I'm going back to Biafra. Going back to Biafra. My motherland. Biafra. My fatherland. Biafra. Our house has been on fire. That's why we run head to scatter. On our land, there are vampires. And that is why we flee and scatter. We are gone, but not forever. But very soon, we shall gather. Repatriation. Repatriation. I wanna go back home and sit upon my throne. I wanna restore my dignity. Yeah, I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. United Nations. I'm going home. Chukwuadama, I'm going home. I'm going back to Biafra. Going back to Biafra. My motherland. Biafra. My fatherland. Biafra. But when we see incarceration, we see subjugation, economic strangulation, marginalization. We also see Islamic invasion. They come with oppression, killing and maiming us. They do that with impunity and aggression. We need emancipation from this British confession. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. United Nations. I'm going home. Chukwuadama, I'm going home. I'm going back to Biafra. Going back to Biafra. My motherland. Biafra. My fatherland. Biafra. Modern day slavery, political asylum, so many years on exile. It's time to gain our freedom. I'm tired of washing toilets. I'm tired of cleaning the streets. Said I'm tired of the street life. I'm tired of working in plantation. I wanna go back home and sit upon my throne. I wanna restore my dignity. Yeah, I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going home. United Nations. I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going back to Biafra. Going back to Biafra. My motherland. Biafra. My fatherland. United Nations, I'm going home. Chukwuadama, I'm going home. I'm going back to Biafra. Going back to Biafra. My Biafra, my fatherland. You already know it.
Terry on the mix.
Once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscientious people, wherever you are all over the world, I will say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra for the void of self-doubt. We are streaming live through Radio Biafra London, being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, Mazi Uche Okafor. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. He's the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. Nazi Okafor is standing on the deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nandioku Kano, the Prince of Afari Beku, heir to the throne of Ibeku Kingdom. The one and the only man who stood up to speak for the collective interest of the Biafran people for almost 60 years now. Nobody has done that. And by the grace of Chukwu Kikabiama, I am George Onyibe. I am from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. Without wasting much of our time, this is a period where we visit what happened in the past, compare it with what is going to happen tomorrow, and then we should be able to evaluate what we are going through at the moment. What are the reasons why we have to go through what we are going through? And so the theme remained back to your root, back to our root, our root. And our topic this evening is the relationship between the Oduwa, the Ariwa, and the Biafran in the cage called One Nigeria. A lot of things has been happening, but it didn't start today. It has always been happening. It's just that nobody has decided to look at evil and call it by the name. We've all been afraid. We have been living in the prison of fear more than we have been living in the cage called Nigeria. But of course, before we proceed, we must acknowledge the Almighty Creator, Chukwu Kikabiama, the one who sits in heaven and presides over the affair of man. For without him, we are gone as a people. I will start this moment by first of all, reminding our people, it's August meeting. People are preparing. When you get to your August meeting, warn your people about the imminent danger, the pending doom, calamitous doom, awaiting Nigeria. This cage will know no peace. Tell our people they must improvise on how they go to farm. You people must be very careful. Disseminate this information. Let our people know what is at stake. It's very important. Anyway, going back to our subject this evening, or our topic rather, I think it is very important that this issue be looked into. Because when they say respect yourself, it's not a cause. We need to know what is the relationship between the Oduwa nation, the Ariwa nation, and the Biafra nation. Of course, when you talk about the Oduwa nation and you are focusing them on Nigeria, it's incomplete. When you talk about the Ariwa nation, you focus them on Nigeria, these are concussion. When you talk about the Biafra nation in Biafra, in Nigeria, these are another set of people. But we are not looking at them according to divide and rule. We are actually going to look at them, at least they agree. You know, I don't forget this experience. In those days, everyone said, oh, we are Northerners, we are the Northerners. Oh, TV, we are the Northerners. Gware, we are the Northerners. Nupe, we are the Northerners. Adamawa, we are the Northerners. Boko Haram, we are the Northerners. Fulani herdsmen, we are the Northerners. But I'm happy today to know the truth. A middle bet man should stand up and say I'm a middle bet. After all the killing of Biafrans, all this war. Does any middle bet man have oil? Well, of course, I know David Mark and others have, T.Y. Danjuma and the rest. But of course, none of you are eating as fat as the Fulanis, who are foreigners controlling you in your own land. That is exactly what they want in Biafra land, but they are not going anywhere. I remember those days. In Idoma, Biafra, we say, oh, we are the Northerners. How would you say, oh, we are the Northerners? May God have mercy on all of us. Of course, you will know the truth, so you can be free. And then in those days, you see that, oh, Yorubas are very educated. They are very educated. Igbos are not educated. Oh, they are Yorubas. Oh, very educated. Give me the name of one Yoruba man who is a graduate between 1960, in fact, 1950 to 1960. Give me the name of Yoruba man that is a graduate. When they want to decide, hey, he's a chief. Chief this, chief that, chief this, chief that. Who is a chief? Which university do you go to acquire chiefry degree? I can't forget those days. Yorubas are very educated. They are enlightened. No, you are not enlightened. Go to Ochanja Market and tell me how many tree shops you will not see a graduate there. Some of them schooled in Harvard. Call any university in the world, they school there. But of course, Nigerian has kept us in this condition. In my language, they will say, and then Nigeria they kept us this way. And so you just go to school, you know. These days now, when you want to get married, the first thing they ask is, where did he go to school? As if going to school is what makes a successful marriage. But of course, they went to school at least. When they are talking about people who went to school, they say, I ain't go rakoko. But of course, there is no vacancy for us in Nigeria. Back to your root, my brother. These days, I don't hear much about intellectual. Only naive, ignorant people will say, hey, Yorubas are educated. Of course, we know Hausa don't go to school. Fulani don't go to school. They have the backing of the British government. So why would they waste all those time and resources going to school when they can control Nigeria by the direction of British government? But of course, today, you are all testament to the fact. Everybody want to be Biafra now. There are a lot of people who are not even in Nigerians. They have been reporting and say, oh, we want to become, a lot of African countries now want to join IPOB. Please, we want to join this IPOB. We want to, that is to tell you that at least for the first time, people are beginning to see the truth, identify the truth, and now they are willing to embrace the truth. But we must continue. Now, if you are listening to me, your daddy is a politician, but you are a Biafran. Your daddy is intellectual, but you are a Biafran. Your daddy is Igwe, but you are a Biafran. Your daddy is one Nigerian, but you are a Biafran. Don't let them deceive you. Investigate your father and your mother very well. If you are a Biafran anywhere in the world, your father and your mother is against Biafra, brother, sister. Investigate your mother and father. They are evil. Don't let them know. Investigate them and ask them questions. You will really see who they are. Because you are the one they are heaping up this suffering for. You are the one. Back to your root. Back to your root. Everybody must hate Biafra. It's a matter of time. But we are doing what we are doing so all of you can know the truth, appreciate the truth, and wholeheartedly embrace the truth. Forget about the motto they bought for you. Forget about the school fees and all the, mene they give to you. You have to go to picnic, you chop, you enjoy. Forget about it. Because we have seen all those things before. Remember in those days of Rolls Royce, in those days of Citroen. Most of you don't even know the name of this vehicle. In those days of Maurice Minor, in those days of Black Maria, the people who are able to buy this vehicle, they can destroy a community, nobody will talk. There is one Abo man that used to have a Citroen. If you see the way we analyze Citroen, but today bring us Citroen, they'll be mocking at you. Look, this man motor will be like touches. There are people who will even put blanket for touches car beto. To that Rolls Royce, that Lamborghini, that Ferrari, that motor your father buy for you. And hey, daddy, you are a holy man. Daddy, you are wonderful. Your daddy may not be wonderful after all, because most of your daddy are feeding you on the expense of the blood of other innocent children. That is why we want you to know that. You are a Biafran. Your daddy, your mommy is against Biafra. Monitor them, investigate them. You will see the truth. Anyway, let me not digress further. Let us go on to our topic. Now, we look at the Ariwa. How do they relate to Oduwa and Biafrans? Now, let me break the name down so you will understand. When I mean Hausa, I'm talking of Fulani. but they are the Ariwa. So the Hausa Fulani, how do they treat Yoruba and how do they treat Igbo in one Nigeria? Of course, when we say Oduwa, you know it's Yoruba, and when we say Igbo, you know it's the Biafran. So how do they Hausa Fulani treat Yoruba and Igbo inside one Nigeria? Now, know it, so you monitor them at their mama. When Hausa is in charge, this is what Hausa does. When you see Igbo man, they will whisper to themselves. When I mean Igbo man, I mean Biafra. They say, don't worry. They think they have sense. We will teach them lesson. We will teach them lesson. Don't worry. Then you as Igbo man, you know, as a Biafran, innocent as you are, but sometimes most of you are very stupid. Hey, Rankadede, Alhaji. You will even take our Fulani name immediately. You've done everything for them to accept you. But they never accept you. And when you are doing everything you are doing to appease them, politics of appeasement, they will just be looking at you. Go and ask Adamu Farouk. They say, that man Chibuike Amechi, they can't deceive us again. They cannot defeat. If Chibuike Amechi working day and night to help our Fulani to undo his people, who are they going to trust? So they do not have the capacity or the capacity to trust you as a Biafran. Stop deceiving yourself. They can give you, stipends. You can feed from the crumbs on that falls from the master's table. It's okay. Then you move to the next one. The same Hausa Fulani, the Yoruba. What they do, they call the Yoruba. Come. This is what they want to do, the Igbos. You are going to support us. You agree? Yoruba say, Benny, we agree. Hausa Fulani will not tell Yoruba, okay, you will have 10%. Because they are 10%. In the church, 10%. House of Assembly, 10%. Legislative, 10%. Aso Rock, 10%. Everywhere, 10%. Give them their 10%. They will even betray their mother and their father. That is the relationship of Hausa Fulani to the Biafrans and the Yoruba. Yoruba happens to be an accomplice. Yoruba help Hausa Fulani to achieve their target. When I mean Hausa, I'm talking about Fulanis. For Hausa to allow Fulani to be using their head is unacceptable. And we cannot try to cover it. Hey, they are not there. They are there. How can you choose to be very stupid? You think we cannot choose to be very stupid? You think we cannot begin to betray ourselves so all of us become great men? The ignorant of the law is no excuse. So when it comes to Hausa man, as far as you are Igbo man or you are Biafran, you are in Yamini you will stand, you will remain, and they will undo you. If you like, go and do Rakadedi. You will be disgraced. Did our leader not tell you? Serve the Nigeria and come back in shame. But for the Yoruba, 10%. 10%. If Hausa Fulani kill Yoruba will go and thank them and blame it on Igbo. Go and ask Adeyinka useless son, that crack smoker in London. Go and ask him. Hey, Igbos are taking over Lagos. Tomorrow we will tell you Igbos are poor people. They are the beggar in the Yoruba land. The next day we tell you, do you know Igbos owe all the company in Lagos? They're taking over our land because they are confused fella. They must always collaborate with Yoruba. With Hausa Fulani. The only unity in one Nigeria is when Hausa Fulani and Yoruba come together to undo Biafra. That is where you see unity. Oh, it's our one negotiable unity. Have you seen any Biafra asking for the unity of one Nigeria? Only criminals, only paid agents. But Yoruba now and Hausa now, they are spending their, oh, we have to unite. Don't touch our unity. It's our one Nigeria. Now you know. Now let's go to the second one. That is how Hausa relates to Biafrans and Oduwa. Then when you come to Oduwa, how does Oduwa relate with the Biafrans? And how do they relate with the Fulanis? The Yoruba, their mindset is the same thing. Biafrans cannot be trusted. In other words, Igbo cannot be trusted. Anywhere they head, we can never be under them. Instead of us to be under them, we will poison them. If we cannot poison them, we will blackmail them. If we cannot blackmail them, we will set them off. There is no way Igbo can be under us. Never. Up to the extent all of you going to Yoruba church, please Go and look for a church pastor by your village man. Go and look for a church pastor by a Biafra man. You will never see Yoruba there. They hate you with cruel hatred. And for you to think they will allow you into heaven when the hatred for you here on earth is worse than the hatred of Satan to children of God, is unbelievable. Hausa Fulani are doing what they are doing, but the Yoruba are slow portion. Yoruba train their children, telling their children from childhood, don't near Igbo man, you don't near Igbo man and prosper. Their hatred is all over them. You can pretend and think Jesus Christ is in you, Holy Ghost is in you, but Holy Ghost fire will burn you on the last day where you will hear the truth. You will know we are the Holy Ghost fire. The hatred of Yoruba for Igbo man, for Biafra man is unimaginable. I will give you 3 examples. Go and look for any church pastor by Biafra man. You will never see Yoruba going there except they marry the Biafran person or you make them treasurer. Outside that, you are hopeless to the Yoruba man. But the Yoruba have the belief that the Fulanis, the Hausa Fulani, are their Oga Rakadidi. It doesn't matter to them. After all, they have 10%. We don't have 2%, not to talk of 10%. But even though we are the one who owns the resources that is fueling this nation, powering this zoo called Nigeria, including Britain, we will need to be relegated to the background. So the Yoruba are shaman, they are stakeholder when it comes to Nigeria. They prefer to travel to Sambisa Forest and negotiate than to stand up and speak the truth. So beware. Now you now can be able to see the similarity between the Yoruba, the Hausa Fulani, at least for now. Now we go to the Biafrans. The relationship between the Biafrans and the Yoruba and the Hausa. The Biafrans, should I say, they are Libra. But when you are a Libra and you become stupid, you are hopeless. Biafrans are the only one. They wake up, he say, we don't discriminate. You don't have to be racist. He say, how do they call it in diaspora? Racist. Oh, you can't be racist. God don't like racists. Who told you? God is not tribal. I love Yoruba for that anyway. God is a tribal God. If God is not a God of tribalism, why did he tell the children of Israel not to intermarry? Why did he tell them to avoid the hidden? I thought he created all of us in the ocean. No, we are the wise one. We don't have to be racist. I was in a bar some days ago, and I was in a shop. It was a canteen anyway. I went to eat. And then they have tap, they are selling water in front of that restaurant. And the woman selling the water, Barawo Dambanza came to fetch water. And then the way the woman daughter was playing with the how do they call people who sell water? Merua. You will see love in the air, love on the ara, love one man. And another brother came out and said to the girl, so now you they play love with her be publicly. And the guy say, hey, waiting do Hausa, hey, waiting do them, hey, waiting do them. They're not be human being. Why wouldn't cows sleep with all of you? Why wouldn't dogs sleep with you? They are human being. Do you see their girl doing what you are doing? Who plays people? And I was just watching the guest mother. He said, hey, please leave me, leave me, leave me. We are Libra now. Why don't you go to Zulu and become zebra? We are Libra. Don't discriminate. We are the same. We are one Nigeria. If your parents is telling you we are one Nigeria, suspect your parents. They need to be taken to Urako, Ebafa, to know if they are really your parents or they bought you. Maybe they bought you in baby factory in the Oshi. Okay, because what am I trying to tell you? We are the one trying to pretend to be Yoruba. Look at Amechi, Kwere man answering Erotimi. That is an example of what you are saying. Go and look at Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe first son, his name is Mohammed. Asasari his name. You will be surprised. But have you seen any Hausa Fulani man answering a John name? Some people are going to say, no, leave our Asari alone, leave our Asari alone. What is his name? Is it Shikawa Asari Dokobo? Mad people. Yeah, you are Libra. You are going to Allah. May God grant you people safe journey to Allah and to heaven. Have you seen Hausa Fulani answering by Asa name? Have you seen Hausa Fulani answering Igbo name? Have you seen Yoruba? It's a humiliation to them. For you to call Yoruba person by Igbo name, you are humiliating them. Not to talk of Hausa. That is why during the election, you come and give them the highest chieftaincy title in our village. He died during the election and he died buried after the election. Nothing more. You try and go and tell El Sudani all the chieftaincy you give him. Where you see him, greet him by that chieftaincy title. You may be indicted by EFCC or ICPC the next minute. We are the foolish one here. You see proper Biafra man, he will dress, he wanted to be calling him Alhaji, 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 Nyoshi. Are you not ashamed? Is that not a humiliation to you? I cross my leg and look at them. He said, Alhaji, they'll be speaking Hausa. Of course, it's good, you understand. You are speaking Hausa. Oh, hey, it's good. And now they're asking you to speak Hausa in Nigerian terrorist army, and you are complaining. You are Libra. Be Libraing. Huh? When Chibuko Amechi, even though Chibuko Amechi cannot speak Yoruba, when you ask him his name now, he say, my name is Rotimi. That is why he run to Yoruba land. They think they will accept him. You are a curse. You are to you, you are to you. Hausa Fulani say you are infidel. To Yoruba, you are what do they call you? Utoro. Utoro. Look, when the Yoruba person is looking at you, look at their eye. They are looking at you as watery shit. That is how bad it can be. And then there are people conversing. Don't touch our one Nigeria. It's not untouchable. Our unity cannot be negotiated. Oh, we are one Nigeria. Oh, let us no. All this Yoruba church, they must start developing our land because they are Muslims. 80% of Yoruba are Muslim. Then when they begin to do all these things, we will believe them. So our one Nigeria is not negotiable. It cannot be tampered with. We have to be Nigerianizing. Anyhow, when we get to heaven, God will reward us, and God is faithful. That is what they tell you. When they give you 10 naira, it's like when you are training a dog to learn certain skill. In fact, I remember in those days we have a dog, very expensive dog, and we train this dog not to eat on the floor, so that the dog will not be poisoned. Because when armed robbers come around, then the poison meat they give it to the dog. So because the food is on the ground, our dog will not eat it. So, but if you keep the food on the floor, if there's dog that feed on the floor, they can poison those dogs. So we train our dog, we throw the food up and the dog will catch it. And so if you put food on the ground, the dog don't eat. It was a successful experiment. But how did we get there? We have to find food. We throw it up. The dog will try to catch it at the beginning. It will not succeed. The meat will fall. And as you pick it on the ground, we will flog hell out of that dog and throw it up again. The dog will catch it from the air. And we now pet the dog. We now do it over and over and over. With time, the dog understands that what message we are passing is don't eat on the floor. Till that dog die, it doesn't eat anything on the floor. Only water. That is because we cannot throw water up, one. And secondly, no armed robber will come with water to give dog. Now, what am I saying in effect? That time as a Biafran, you are romancing with Hausa. The Hausa Fulanis are training you. They give you 10,000. Go and poison your village people. You will say, no, I cannot poison my village people. They will flog you. Flogging is indicting. They now say, I'm sorry, rank I did, I will do it. They now give you more money. The more you are willing to deliver them, why would they be against you? But resist one day and say you will not deliver. That is when you know how hopeless you can be. What of Yoruba? Yoruba, just agree to be their slave. Agree that you are third-class citizen. It's okay. Just tell Yoruba that you can't be my Oga because you are illiterate. You can't be my Oga because you will forge your certificate. Where is the Minister of Finance? I thought she was a graduate from Manchester University in Hong Kong. Ndioshi. Where is she? But as far as you will see all this evil and keep quiet, Yoruba will always love you. Biafrans, wake up. That is the relationship between us. In other words, respect yourself, no because. You come out, you see somebody say, oh boy, respect yourself. He said, Nami you dey curse, Nami you dey curse. You know, get sense. They no curse you. They tell you, say, make you know yourself. Then they advise you. We are advising you, Biafrans. Whatever we are doing today is not about us. It is about the next generation of Biafrans. We will not allow them to be fooled. We will not allow them to be bamboozled, as we have been all this while. Our lines will be open any moment from now. And I want you to tell us your experience with One Nigeria. Tell us what Yoruba and Hausa Fulani have done to you that is unbelievable. Because we need to say this truth. We need to tell ourselves how we overcome. Mama. So when you are doing what you are doing, hey, it's One Nigeria, it's One Nigeria. Biafra is a spirit. Do you know how many people you people have killed because of Biafra? You think they are dead? You think they are sleeping? You think they are in the grave wearing garments in heaven? They are not going to rest anywhere until the job is done. I'll be back in a minute. Biafra is a spirit.
Biafra is a spirit. Biafra is an ideology that no one can kill. God sent the leader of IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, to resurrect our nation, Biafra. Long live Biafra. Freedom Biafra. God bless Biafra. From Sivachi. Biafra cannot die. It's a time for freedom, time for victory. Chukadiama is freedom. Biafra must stand. It's a time for freedom, time for victory. Chukadiama is freedom. I go with Mary. Biafra, I go with Mary. I go with Mary. God bless Biafra. I go with Mary. Biafra, I go with Mary. I go with Mary. God bless Biafra. They took a use of what we own, and bad on us we know. The market are so badly to suffer. Oh no, oh no. Speak less to live, speak hard to die. Children can use weeping. Parents lamenting, the raping and the shooting, the massacre and the killing. Destroying our farmlands and give us what not theirs. To other people, enough is enough. We can't take this no more. Biafra cannot die. It's a time for freedom, time for victory. Chukadiama is freedom. Biafra must stand. It's a time for freedom, time for victory. Chukadiama is freedom. I go with Mary. Biafra, I go with Mary. I go with Mary. God bless Biafra. I go with Mary. Biafra, I go with Mary. I go with Mary. God bless Biafra. It is time for the chosen people to find a nation. It is time for the chosen people to rewrite their history. It is time for the people that are enslaved to discover their liberty. Their brothers and sisters to be our nation have come. Biafra nation, blessed nation. For a long time we have accepted domination. For a long time we have been strong. For a long time we have been ignored. The time that God has chosen for us has called Biafra nation. God bless Biafra. And in hand we will exalt our nation. That nation Biafra. This slave who does not fight for his freedom. Somebody else be supported. Free, free, freedom. Free, free, freedom. Let's struggle for with weapons of war, but with a common language and a conviction. The Catalonia speeches, Bomb Kalashnikov cannot do anything to a people that have received the same cause, a people that have tasted for freedom. People of Biafra together for victory. Only the struggle liberates.
Yes, at this moment, the line to call our WhatsApp line is 070815 45642. Our WhatsApp line is 070815 45642. Our direct line is 081 221-52971. Our direct line once again is 081-221-52971. Special number dedicated to the female is 081-288-58614. Special number for the female is 081-288-58614. And of course, when you call in on this segment, tell us your experience with one Nigerian is Oduwa and Ariwa. Nigeria. Tell us what your experience are. Are you there, caller on the line?
Yes, I'm there, my lecturer. Good evening, all Biafrans, the lovers of freedom. I remain your humble servant, Mazi Chima Joseph Onyechukwu. I'm calling from in Udenu local government, Nsoka, Enugu State, Biafra land. I love this program more than anything, but I want to start. I say, may God Almighty keep on protecting you, Judge Mazi Onyibe. You are doing a great job for us. May God protect your life and for our generation. And may God also strengthen my leader, who have selected the people that will fight this battle for us. Because it's like our leader Mazin Namdekano. I don't even know how I used to express him and how I used to praise him. Because he got on and selected you people that you know that you people can do this job for us. Because this is like this topic that you are just presenting to us this night. It's one of the things that are trying that they use and try to bring the shock of the spirits of the soft foolish people that is having in Biafra land. And they will just say that don't communicate with Igbos, don't communicate with the Biafrans. Any place that you just see them, they will make sure that they will overshadow you. Why wouldn't us overshadow any evil person? Because we are the light. We're supposed to decide wherever you are. It's not that you are doing it, that that's how you feel. But it's God Almighty has done it. Even before the creation, he said that the sun comes from the east, and we are the east. So again, you see some people, it's just narrated between the Merua and the so-called Hausa guy. This is how people have been selling themselves, selling their brothers and sisters because of what? You call yourself that you are a neighborhood watchman. You call yourself that you are anything that you think of. Because of the little money, it will just sell your community. Start the community just think that yes, I have connection with the you know that I'm in connection with the IG of police. I can do anything. But, yeah, because of all this thing. And this thing has also a very big chance for our people. Let's come together and just stand for yourself. Enough is enough. That's all this nonsense. The so-called Yoruba, they cannot give us anything. They are there to make sure that they know everything about us. Ask yourself, have you ever seen your and the first trying to rapport with you? If you must only rapport with you, unless in the place that he's going to cheat you. So, what I have to say now is this. Let us both stand up and stand firm and open your eyes. Shine your eyes. Enough is enough. We are tired for this nonsense. Our leader Martin and they can have done everything that you can do as a human being. The remaining 5% is me and you. And there's no need how that you can do it. Not for you to stand up and defend your land. Defend yourself. If they say now, forest guide, you will start to jumping up like a moo, like a fool. Let them bring their own child so that they can go there to be forest guide.
Thank you. What I want you to do is tell us what the Yoruba and Hausa are doing to us. Oduwa nation and Ariwa nation. Tell us, give us experience, your encounter with them, so we can be able to appreciate one Nigeria. Thank you very much. Please, on this segment, when you call, tell me the relationship, how they love us. Give me story of love. We need to appreciate the love of our son Fulani and Yoruba for our people. Ndiara. Are you there? Call on WhatsApp.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes,
My
give
African
us
Red Mazi
history.
Onyibe. My name is Simon Ainogo, but I am from Omaka. Omaka is in Olu Province, Imo, Biafra land. Mazi Onyibe. My one Nigeria experience started from my own family. Yoruba, there is nothing you will do, they will love you. Omoibo, Ajokutama Momi. I'm listening. My one Nigeria is that these people, okay, let me go like in education. One
My
Nigeria,
brother,
when we
my
are in
brother,
Lagos those
my
days.
brother, they did something to you. You made mention of certain name, and I know you are saying the truth. They call us Ajokuta Mamumi. And honestly, we respond to them as Indiofe Mano. But Indiofe Mano is understatement. Why Indiofe say? Now, tell us what they have done to you.
They have done to me is a lot in life, even in school.
Give
Those
us
days
the
in school in
experience.
Lagos. Those days in Lagos. I was, I think I'm son of, I went to Awori, partially Awori College in Ojo. Those days, Yorubas, they get free education. But when we go there, they will call us Omoibo. They will reject us, they will reject giving us anything. When we are in Moscow, we went as a private student, but in the same course where we are, in the same school where we are, there is Nigerians, Hausa, Yoruba, and we Biafrans. Do you know the small stipends they will give us as students? They will not give it to us. That is when they will tell us who we are. We will come to embassy, we'll stay there like 1 week.
Thank you very much.
So there's nothing like one Nigeria. We are not one.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for
Yes.
our topic this evening.
Thank you.
It's wonderful.
Thank you. You see, our people must remain focused. What I notice about people is they forget things easily. That is why we are suffering this long. They just kill 20 of us, all of us, where God knows we move ahead. Then they kill another one. They say, well, it's okay. You just kill the whole community of black people in America. The next thing you will hear is, we got to move on, man. We got to move on. The next year, they will still kill. This is the problem. Some of this thing is to make you to begin to reason. Some of you, Awusa Fulani, they seize your container. You can't call now and tell us. You are sharing your rice. Some of you, as you are speaking now, Yoruba Nigerian embassy across the globe will never renew your document for you until they find out that you are a saboteur to your own people. All the GPO in Biafra land are Yoruba. They don't arrest Awusa. Oga on top must release them. These are the relationship I need people to talk. We don't patronize people here. Caller and WhatsApp, are you there?
Yeah, Mazi, good evening.
Yes, evening, my brother. Experience of one Nigeria, please.
I'm calling from Hamburg, Germany. Mazi, this topic of this night is like this message is for me. Mazi, the first problem I have in this very Germany, ask everybody about me. The first problem I have in this very Germany is a Yoruba boy. If I tell you, I know somebody, we have been looking for paper, and I met somebody that is, this people, this family, this Oyibo family, let me just say it like that, they have everything. They love me, they want to be with me, they want to do everything with me. And this is where I'm hoping for get my resident in this very country. 1 year I entered this country, I met this Yoruba boy. I took him into this very family. My own person. This boy went there and blackmailed me. Mazi, this boy went there and blackmailed me. I wanted to marry. 3 days, my brother came from US because of this wedding. They spoiled everything. 3 days, they spoiled everything. I started zero. Mazi, anybody that tell me about Yoruba people, these people, they are evil. These people, they are evil. I'm telling you with experience. Ask everybody in this Germany. There is no church in this very land. Ask everybody that are living in this Germany. There is no church that is a pastor, is a Biafra man that a Yoruba will attend. None of them. None of them. You can never count one. I know many people who they have took their money. They want to make visa for them. This money is gone. Mas, these people are evil.
It's one Nigeria.
God bless you.
Thank you. It's one Nigeria. You love your neighbor. With the unity must grow. We are helping them grow the unity. That should be 1994. I had employment in Lagos, for instance. And I was interviewed, properly fit and equipped for the job, morally or otherwise. And I actually emerged as the winner, if I should use that word, of that very employment. Only for me to come back the resumption date, someone in Yoruba was in my office already. And through the receptionist, I tried to meet the woman who is the head of Nigerian Port Authority then. They never listened to me. And I told the receptionist or the secretary, as the case may be, I said, help me talk to madam. She is supposed to be my office. And she said, hold on. And they moved to the madam. Madam is Yoruba, secretary is Yoruba. And they speak in Yoruba mbati. And then the madam Yoruba also say, Emma da babo walo ujare, omo ibo lele yi olosi olori buruku. Emma da babo walo ujare, omo ibo lele yi olosi olori buruku. But these are the people who are telling you, praise the Lord. The Lord told me that Nigeria is united. Thunder will fire all of you for that altar. All of you are lying against God. Thunder will fire all of you. Tell us what they are doing to you. Because people are coming to say they are doing it all a lot. It's a lot to what they are doing to you. Are you there, caller on the line? Caller on the line, are you there? Caller on the line, are you there? Of course, that is Zoo Epileptic Network. Tell us your experience of One Nigeria. Are you there, caller on WhatsApp?
Hello, good evening. My Onyibe.
Good evening. Your experience, please.
Okay. My name is Samuel Frank. So, precisely, I'm living in Dakar, Senegal. So, you know, all this topic, although before I move forward, let me tell our people in Lagos to know that
my brother, tell us what they did to you. This is one-on-one. Okay. No, tell us waiting you feel. Tell us waiting, then do you. Because we want to unite Nigeria. Tell us what they did to you. Okay. Don't tell them what they did to another person.
Okay. When I'm in Lagos, so I have Yoruba as friends. So we live together. You know that these friends that I call my friends, they are the people. When I have money, they will follow me and finish money. But if the money finish, these people will try to find a way to put me down, to make sure that everything I have, they turn it to zero. And if you have problem with them, they will never come for a rescue. But if it was their brother, they will stand with their brother. But you, that is from Eastern region, they will call you as outsider. You do not belong to them. So those people are not people to trust. They are full of betrayal.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. We must continue. Yes, caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yeah, but I got from.
Yes.
I got from from here.
Good evening, Marcy.
My name is Chidiman. For no CEO, Mwafomaka, Chomaka, or Imo Biafra land. My regard to Ahmadika members and all the protocols observed. Mazi, Yoruba is the topic you seemingly finished discussing now in Radio Biafra, South Africa. Mazi, there is nothing good will come for this Our people, they are calling you now to come and say what your experience with Yoruba. You cannot open up, you cannot talk. You don't know how
they are born again in
pray
Yoruba church.
for Nigeria.
They are born again inside
All of them
Yoruba
are going
church.
to Yoruba church. My brother is with this live. I've talked to him. Chukwudi, how is him? I don't know. The other one is that is demolishing their shop. They are sending them to another to go and develop them, but they will not call now and say their experience. It's quite unfortunate. Our people, when it is time for them to come out and air their problem, they will not say it. You are in Lagos, you cannot vote. They cannot allow you to vote. They will
tell you they will push you inside the River Niger. They will push you inside River Niger.
Yeah.
Then those in the north, there is one of our brothers that they are using cutlass to butcher everywhere. They are there collecting money. They are gathering our people collecting money. They answering Obungwere and Obu Okoko. Njoshi. If the line is open now, come and tell them in the open. You are behind betraying your people. Njoshi. Obu Okoko, Obungwere. Gathering our people and looting our people. Come and tell us now what they are doing to us. All of you keep quiet. Born again.
They will not talk. Demolishing their shop. They cannot talk. They are showing them land. Tomorrow they say no. Also, what are those of them in the parastatals? How are they getting their promotions?
The only thing we can do is when they remove Onyibe, we are saying, oh, they will not remove Onyibe. We will burn Nigeria. We will ostracize Nigeria. We will negotiate Nigeria. We will numerate Nigeria. Oh no. Where is Onyibe? I'm not hearing his voice again. Mazi, thank you very much. Thank you.
When it's time to
thank you.
When we tell them, they will not they cannot to come and say their mind. Mine is good even from here. Bye, my brother.
Thank you.
And they have to like them. Don't open the line.
The lines are open. Thank you very much. Of course. Oh, they are enumerating us. Oh, I beg you. Are you there? Yes, Ada. Good evening. Yes. Your experience with it.
My experience. My name is building Finland. I had experience with the answer. Very bad one. Very, very bad one. And I was in their SQ. They just transferred my uncle when I was living with the my secondary school was in Kaduna.
Sorry, before you continue. Fulani Awusa are busy raping Biafran small girls. Yes. 3 years, 2 years. The one selling kiosks, all the gate man, all those your little girls in Biafra land. Go and look at what Fulani has used finger. Exactly. Somebody 70 years, all those Mesuya. Just leave your small girl for them, you see what will happen. Hey, somebody is like, hey, it's one Nigeria. Old men who can begin to defy little children. My sister, go ahead, Jari.
One Nigeria, my food. That is rubbish. So, that was 1992. There was crisis. And I don't know, I can't remember the village now again. So we didn't know that this crisis was not a sanitation. Our principal called everybody we assembled on assembly ground. And he said he wants to see only these outside Muslim students. So the Christians will now went back to our classes. You know, the Muslim students, immediately we finished with them. That this thing happened after 1992, this Zango Qatar riot. So the man told the Muslim students that they should go back to their class and take them back and leave the that in this 30 minutes that the Muslims are coming into this and that he will make sure that all the students, the Christian students, all of them, especially the Jews, are helped with that. But by the special grace of school, that has guidance that has their consent. So my auntie now thinking like that, So my auntie was the first person to walk into the school. They said he just left the school. Within 30 minutes, it was not up to 30 minutes, they came in. So if I had died 2002, 1992, at the peak of my teenage, without one Nigerian says, so this is nothing like one Nigeria. They hate us, we should hate them back. They hate us, so we should hate them. Thank you, my friend. God will continue to guide and protect you.
Thank you.
You
see. We are here to unite one Nigeria. Let's unite one Nigeria so they can be raping our small girl. Let's unite one Nigeria so they can kill us with one pleasure and it's okay with them. Let's unite one Nigeria so Yoruba can take us to heaven where we will be a pillar in the house of God and they are all Muslim and going to the heaven where they will take 27 virgins. Let's unite one Nigeria. Osetiana, please call us and give us reason to unite one Nigeria. Are you there, caller on the line? Caller on the line, are you there?
Good evening.
Good evening. Uniting one Nigeria. Ndushi. Tell us your experience with one Nigerian is.
Biafra land. One Nigeria is nonsense. One Nigeria is nonsense, nonsensical, nonsensibility, nonsensibility. Mazi George Onyibe. You know, in 2014, I get job for Airtel. You understand me? You don't do all the practical, everything finish, driving job. Why I don't get that job, say, they ask me to change my name from my own real name to either Hausa name or Yoruba name. That is the one Nigeria we there inside, though. One Nigeria. You enter motor from Hausa. They will ask you who is they don't know Sasa, they don't know Sadi, they know na Igbo. Mazi George Onyibe. When they realize that you are Igbo, they will deal with you. Mazi George Onyibe. One Nigeria is a fraud. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, my brother. It's good with one Nigeria. Nice everything. Wonderful one Nigeria. The only terrorists supported, aided, and abated by people who would have supported them. With one Nigeria going to heaven. Go to heaven. Everywhere, one Nigeria, one Nigeria. Ndioshi. Are you there, caller on the line?
Yes. Are you referring? What's up?
Or WhatsApp, go ahead.
Okay, my good morning from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. My name still remains Zekwem Uchechi. I'm from Amoro in Okigwe province, Biafra land. Actually, our relationship with the Yoruba is very, very appalling because the hatred have been there right from day one. Even during the Civil War, when Awolowo seized all our bank accounts and gave us only £2 that tried to exterminate Biafrans on the surface of the earth. But by the help of Biama, they did not succeed. And I have a personal encounter with a Yoruba person I just called a best friend. I would just say he was my best friend then, because that was then. We had no relationship anymore. And as a far back of two. My rep, are you there? All right. So I have an encounter with this guy as far back of 2012. Do you know this guy? One day he called me, he begged me and begged me to give him some money that his sister is very, very sick down there in Nigeria. He need to be taken to the hospital. And he lent me 50,000 Zulu naira. And I helped this man. I gave him that money. He said he's going to pay me back in 1 month time to come. Do you know this guy did not pay me? Later, I discovered that this guy traveled back to the zoo and finally relocated from here.
Then along the line, as years, months runs down, and then I tried to get him on Facebook. But at that time, I've not been contacting me on Facebook. Then one day, I contacted him through his new Facebook account he had. I was asking this guy, what of my money I used to save the life of your sister, as you claimed that your sister had an operation that you need my assistance. Then immediately, this guy started insulting me. He started calling me all sort of name. I said, what brought about? I tried myself. I think by now you might have gotten that money to pay me. But why are you rendering all this kind of insult? He said, Igbo too like money. So the hatred, the Igbo and the Yoruba, is very, very, very appalling. There's nothing we can do to make them, or this one Nigerian is to love us. Never. We cannot. This Tinubu that is today that agitated himself that people should calling for the growth of the unity of Nigeria. Is you know this same man, this baboon of monkey? I will call him the ugliest man on earth. This is the man that said that Igbo should not vote. This just concluded 2019 election. This same Tinubu. Now, that can recall me back in 2014. These Yoruba people, Adeboye, no Adeboye, the owner of or the founder of Redeemed Christian Church of God or whatever.
The owner.
This man led the revolution, the owner, yes. This man called a 1 million march against Jonathan. Good luck, Jonathan, 2014. But today, this man have not speaking any word. This all the whole killing that is happening in that country.
They are speaking. Holy Ghost, we should be patient. They are speaking.
Very hopeless set of people, chameleon people, wicked souls. These are my encounter with Yoruba people. Thank you. Let me give other people a chance for them to talk.
Of course, Nigerian, we must unite. Are you there, caller on the line?
Good evening, Judge.
Good evening. Go ahead, your encounter, please.
My dear brother, the encounter I have with Yoruba, it was 4 years ago. My husband's senior brother married to a
Oh my God, that is terrible. Are you there, caller on WhatsApp? Caller on
yes,
WhatsApp. Go ahead, your encounter, please.
Mazoibe.
The last caller on the line, please.
Yes, Mazoibe. My name is Chadiko.
Go ahead, caller on WhatsApp.
My name is Chadiko Bieze. I am from Enugu State, but I'm currently in Libya. By Chukwu Okokobia, I'm the coordinator of IPOB in Libya. I use this opportunity to thank you, Mazoibe, and my reader Mazin Namdekar and Deputy Mazu Chemefo. For your efforts, the God Almighty will protect and guide you all. The topic that I want to read today is like something is happening in my Biafra yesterday. Something saw me on my page yesterday. Our brothers who goes to church, they do the man of God arrest there in River State. That thing is terrible. I cried very well yesterday. My leader, Mazoibe, please allow me to speak the language my people understand.
No. Now tell us your experience. Tell us your experience. Forget about your people now. Tell us your experience. That is what we are doing here. Tell us what Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani have done to you. Tell us what Nigeria have done to you. That is the purpose of this program. Go ahead, please.
Mazoibe, the thing they have done is terrible. Honestly, the thing
tell me what they did to you. It's like you don't have anything. Well, tell us. Forget about what they did to your village people. Forget about what they did to your village people. Tell us what they did to you. Very important.
What they do to me is that in
yes, sir. Caller on the line. Are you there? Caller on the line.
Yeah, George Onyibe, good evening.
Yes, this line is for female. It's for female.
This WhatsApp?
Okay, you're on WhatsApp. Go ahead, please, if you're on WhatsApp. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm on WhatsApp. Okay.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, George Onyibe. My name is Onyibe. I'm calling from Turkey. My experience, what Yoruba has done to me, particularly, not I hear from anybody. I'm here in talking with my wife. We have a friend. We live together in a Ebeda together. We live together in the same building. And my wife was looking for a job. For more than 2 years, she has been searching for a job all over Lagos. And this very same is working with Nestor. He is working with Nestor. Now my wife went and meet him and tell him that he helped him to get some job in the same company where he's working. And he promised him, he asked him to bring his CV, everything. Do you know this guy played my wife for more than 1 year? He's one of them who is working there, come to me. His name is Joshua. He called me, Uncle. Fame is just deceiving us. You cannot give us job. Because that company don't take any Igbo man. They don't take anybody from Igbo. The company take only Yorubas, only. Then I don't even understand what was going on. It's only when I started listening to Radio Biafra, listening from Nandekan, that was when I understood that Yorubas are not people that you can rely on. So that is my own personal experience, not from any other person, my own personal wife, my own wife. It happened to me.
Thank you.
So that is my own experience.
Thank you very much.
So anybody who Yoruba to rely on Yoruba, that person don't waste his time. Yoruba is nobody to count on anything at all. They are not human. That's my experience.
Thank you very much. The reason why Yoruba will not employ you or they will not employ you in any certain company in Yoruba land is because those companies are built on the blood of our mothers. 2020 pounds, you remember? Capri Nigerian PLC, among others. Yoruba company. The company they are so proud of. Is the money they took from our parents. So when they employ you there, you're going to know these secrets. And it's not going to go down well for them. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, man.
Yes, give us your experience. No story here.
Master Onyibe, God bless you with this wonderful topic tonight. It's not one, it's not two. I start with my good brother who say he's a pastor with the Redeemed Church. He went with this their pastoring training with all the money that I collected from him. Then end of the day, they ask him if he want to stay in Lagos, he should pay 150,000 naira to be able to manage the church branch in Lagos, where people can be able to attend the church. If he can be able to afford that money, they will send him in a local village where he's going to go and fish for other members again. It's not one, it's not two of them, but for me, I didn't even believe in those churches because it's set for money. So whenever you went there and they start building the church,
this thing you just said now sound to me like a police station. One of my brother is with the Nigerian police. I won't call his department for his own security purposes. Now, this my brothers I'm talking to you. From my experience, they bribe station to determine the checking point they put them. You need to be on a popular, busy road, you pay money. You want to be sent to the village, you pay money. It's different settlement. So Redeemed Christian Church is even collecting money based on location. So what's the difference between Redeemed Christian Church and Nigerian police? Finish, I will talk about my own brother who is a pastor in Deeper Life. I will call his name so that Kumuyi will know him. Yoshi.
So my brother, you have said it all. All this is Yoruba people. They set up the churches for their business. I know the Anglican church when I was in Lagos. This one is in Olilo Igomu. A big church is a well-known Anglican church. The pastors are there. They make a constitution that if you are from Igbo, even all the churches have built for years, they are going to send you back to your village where you can now go and fish another members afresh. All the churches have established here in Lagos because they have become You know how our people is and how generous they are when it comes to bazaar, when they do this bazaar sales. So whenever they call bazaar, the money they make in a year is times 20. So they're all jealous about this particular church. Then they say to this man, they are going to send you to eastern part of Nigeria because you are from Igbo side. So you are going to go to Igbo and start pastoring there. My brother is not one, is not two. God bless you for this topic. Bye for now.
Thank you. We must continue. Can you hear me, caller, on the line? Caller on the line, are you there? Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Go ahead.
Biafra.
Confirm.
Sophia Obaze.
Confirm.
Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. God bless you. God bless Una de Kanu. God bless the family. God bless Ushe Mefo. God bless all of you, sir. Sir, my own experience, I have a lot, but I want just to quickly say two that is very important in my life. Yoruba killed my father, sir. Do you know how they killed my father? You know, my father was an old soldier. You understand? On faithful days, so my father have a pool office in outside of our house. So one faithful day, people visit my father. Then my father started going to court. So this Yoruba guy, I was so small at that time. They said he took a car. They said he took a car for somebody. So they now arrest. They now arrest the guy in. He was in state CID in. I think he was in prison. So, hello, sir, are you hearing me? Okay, so they now arrest the guy. He was in prison. So there's some people visit my father. They come. My father stand for that guy. You understand? We shorty as a shorty man. So he stand for the guy. So after I stand for the guy, now the guy now run away. They now came to arrest my father. My father now served the jail of those that man. And you know, when I was a small girl, I was living with one of my cousins. So we visited state CID. If you see how the Yoruba police were beating my father, sir, I swear, I cried on that day. I didn't sleep. So number two, let me cut it short. That was what let my father. That was what brings the death of my father. Because after the judge free him, he now became sick when he get home. So that one is for my father. Is a lot, but I will call that my father short because he is dead now. My own, sir, in 2008-9, I bought a car in Europe and a truck. There was one of my friend, IK, Igbo guy that helped me to arrange that truck. No less than 5 million naira. Do you know when he get to Nigeria? So they couldn't sell it the price. I bought it in Europe. So one of my in-law now introduced me to one Yoruba guy in the Port Harcourt. So I give that man. That man said, "Bring the truck. I will help you to handle it in Port Harcourt." Do you know that I give that man my truck? That man was using my truck. But it's a pastor, sir. This one a pastor. He was using my truck.
He's going to heaven now. He's taking you to heaven.
He was using my truck to make money. At the end, I didn't see anything on that truck. Do you know later I said my truck 1.5 million. I used almost more than 5 million naira to the business. I used more than 5 million naira to start. This guy was using my truck and he was not giving me anything. Pastor,
Your
you
reward
see
is
why
in
I'm
heaven.
starting Yoruba church?
Your
Yoruba
reward is in
people.
heaven. Don't worry.
So
You have
I've
a bank
come a
account
lot.
in heaven.
So I've come across these people. Sir, we cannot be one, sir. I swear with Almighty God, we cannot be one country.
Thank you very
So
much.
we better do it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I'm telling you that the temptation is high. If I open door for testimony, we are not going to live here. We have to build our one Nigeria. We are. This is just periphery. How did they say it in Latin? I'll say it, Yana. It is just. How do I put it in grammar? Let me talk to my sister and then we round up this segment. Are you there?
Terrible experience.
Yes, go ahead, please.
The experience I have with the Yoruba, these people are truly chameleons. They are devils. When you hear devils, can you believe that my husband's senior brother wife, just because she was being promoted in the hospital, a Yoruba woman vowed over her dead body that my husband's sister will never in her lifetime cross the boundary. For that reason, here being Oture. This woman suffered Oture without wearing shoe on her leg for 12 good years. Finally, she died with that very leg. When she come down to our place here, we will treat her and treat her and treat her. When the leg get better, she go back to Lagos. As soon as she put her leg in the hospital that very day, the Yoruba woman will still go back again and recruit that evil. Because Biafra did not come to us openly then. We don't know anything about Biafra because if it is today, a Yoruba woman can never try this mess and get away with it. Because
they are taking us. They are taking us to heaven. When they finish preparing us, they take us to our village to destroy all the shrine. But Adeboye, Kumu, Yoyede, all of them still have their shrine standing in Yoruba land. That is how bad they can be.
That is exactly what I want to ask. If I am from Mbano, let us assuming I am from Mbano, and I'm married from Anambra, how will my children now become Cross-Iberian? It's not possible. Because the whole Yoruba pastors, all of them were born inside the shrine, and they are all Muslims. There is no amount of Christianity that can wipe it out. They only deceive our people. Kumuyi will not know peace till the day his life will be lost in that very hell. Adeboye will not know peace for deceiving our people. Do you know that in Aba, there is a big church held by a Yoruba man? A contractor was there doing his job just to fetch food for himself. When they bring a Yoruba man, a native doctor from Yoruba, who wear white and white, even with a walking stick, what? When this man came to that very place, he now make a brakatabra in that very altar and then left. As the man was heading towards the gate, the very evil man who was a laborer in that place saw a big python snake in that altar. And he was shouting, Snake-o, Snake-o, Snake-o. People all gather. And they called that man. Instead of them killing the snake, he now make a brakatabra. The snake went down that very altar. These are the people that are taking us to heaven. Then what they are using to deceive us is the Bible. Why
Thank
they
you
have
very
their
much.
shrine under the Bible.
That Bible, we shall read it. If reading the Bible will give us heaven, we will go there.
I really thank God for this experience that I have. Today, I am ordinala. I don't go to church for the past 5 years. When my pastor came to me and told me, hey, sister, in the Lord, you have backslided. I say, yes, the life is my life.
Thank you.
Let me backslide and go to hell. It's not your own.
Is
the hell not my hell?
Thank
is there any difference from hellfire and Nigeria?
Thank you.
He said, if the way you serve Nnamdi Kanu is the way you are serving Jesus Christ, you could have been a very big woman by now. I told him to hell.
Thank you very much.
I called him pastor. He answered me. I said, this is 5 good years you have not seen me in your church.
Thank you very much.
If he tries delegation, my leg will never enter church. You people are all criminals. You people are liars. You are reaping from the dustbin of the poor masses. You are eating, feeding yourself, feeding your family. In the comfort of your zone, you are collecting 10%. Pastor, you will go to hell. So Yoruba are all chameleons, they are thieves, and they are all going to rust. May Chuko Kika Biama deliver us the way he has been delivering us. May our spiritual eyes be open more and more. I remain Wanyuku Aguwai.
Thank you very much.
From Ume Zone 2. Thank you. May Chuka Biama bless you.
Of course, we have to round up on this segment while we go and meet our correspondent across our studio in Biafra land, One Nigeria. And One Nigeria is non-negotiable. It is a negotiable and a unnegotiable because they are cheating us. And everybody's giving why we want to go to heaven. Take all the whole world and give me Jesus. Take all the whole world and give me Allah. Oh, take my fatherland and give me Jesus in the Ushi. Now you have to take Jesus and Allah. You must live our life for us. Fero rap wanye kanyilawa.
Fero rapondimo kamala. Fero rapondimo kamala. Ejimo baraku bonjo. Fero rapondimo kamala. Fero rapondimo kamala. Kamala. Fero rapondimo kamala. Ejimo baraku bonjo. Fero rapondimo kama. Ebuabo to Israel series and Egypt rep. Chineke wenye hamel. However, Mabella, Sitana Legit. Fero rapondimo kama. Fero rapondimo kama. Ejimo baraku bonjo. Fero rapondimo kama. Fero rapondimo kama. Fero rapondimo kama. Ejimo baraku bonjo. Fero rapondimo kama. Chineke gara obodo ndọrọna emekọ ishabo ebe ahụ ka a nọrọ ọtụtụ arọ ha ụmụ Chineke gara obodo ndọrọna emekọ ishabo ebe ahụ ka a nọrọ ọtụtụ arọ ha Ọdịghị onye chọrọ ikuru ya ọnụ. Ọdịghị onye chọrọ akwaga n'ebe. Ewe na-eme ihe a na-eme ozu nwụrụ anwụ. Ọdịghị onye chọrọ ikuru ya ọnụ. Ọdịghị onye chọrọ akwaga n'ebe. Ewe na-eme ihe a na-eme ozu nwụrụ anwụ. Chineke nke eluigwe mechara ya n'ezie nkwado. Moses gwara Fero okwu. Fero rapụ ndamụ kala.
Yes, sir. We are wasting time. We will be going to our studio in Calabari. Reporter from Calabari studio. Can you hear me? Reporter from Calabari studio. Go ahead, please. The world is listening. Good evening from here.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, great Biafrans. I remain Sobi Latte Jason. Right now, I am a Biafran. I want to speak, but this time around, I'm not using our local dialect. I want to use pidgin English based on what we are discussing about today. About the Yoruba people, the way they are saboteurs, they are betrayers. 3, time, just three I have to say now. One is my two of my cousins, myself.
You don't make the rules.
Yes,
are you listening to
I
me?
am from
Are
Calabar,
you listening to me? Are you listening
my
to
family,
me?
almost half of my family, they
listening to
attend
me?
Deeper Life.
Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
You don't make the rules. I make the rules. Next time when you are changing the rules, you must let me know or you will be penalized.
Yes, sorry, sir.
But I will let you go with it today.
Okay, sir.
Go ahead, please.
So
The word is listening.
Okay, sir. So my country people, as I talk, the family I come from, half of them are Deeper Life. These Yoruba people, to tell you how the wicked rich. My younger cousin, where their mama and Deeper Life, Nigeria, them born all of them. She can't get her own family, and they can't tell them, say they won't build school, Deeper Life school, River State, Igosha. That my small cousin begin, they put money for that place. They put money. Say, she don't born before our children go grow anyhow. Our children go that school. At the end of the day, the children don't grow, reach to come go school now. The school fees only. Now, as I talk to you now, she need to go Deeper Life again. Because of that single thing where they do. To tell you how the Yoruba people, they're very wicked. Kunu is saying, him be the person, him get ladder to heaven with spirit. If you go in church now, the ladder that they climb and the holiest person, now they go heaven. At the end of the day, she see him saying, why you? Now they play for that place. That him the only person when they pay in pastors. If you be pastor for that place, you tell you say, now God work they do. All the money where they get for that place, now him they collect, and only him and his family now they get that money. Now the second one of my cousins, where she now Redeem, a pastor for Redeem Church, rape her at that tender age, rape her. Well, I go to say whether na God kill her or na the Bible thing when they do na kill her. Small picking. It was after some time that she going to open up the tell us. At that tender age, she trusted him so much, and our pastor invite her, say they won't do nice Virginia, she come. Now she go. It's a small picking sense that time. She goes there, in rape her. They make her come bring my own. Now this one is my own, not another person. All of us grow up. Now my best friend as a child, all of us go to the same primary school, go secondary school. Now, at that time, to tell you how you Yoruba people, even from small kids, they don't even decide Belena were you. The fever started in be. At that point, me and that relationship when I get into that and problem come out, she said she dey stand in between me and my friend. Why you she go lie? Why she go lie? She go lie my own. Yoruba people make nobody trust them. All these ones they do now lie. Now why you? Then they find them sucking blood. People they go to suck their blood. Now the Yoruba people their own. So all these people they go Yoruba churches, they make them wake up. Make them deceive themselves with all those nonsense things again. As for me and my family, me personally, my own, I never go to Yoruba to the church because then two play while you. As they read the Bible, what they read the Bible and what they do are two different things. Then put something for them. No Yoruba person, I fuck out with my life. When the same with pastor, we don't get something for your waste. None of them. As them they say them the Christians, even the Muslims, that's why they put something for body. So tell you because me, I grow up Yoruba people well. So I know them. I know how they will do things. They cannot do this. They are good morning, check your time. When they tell you good morning, when you check the time, because you say at 9. Nothing Yoruba people life do. So all these things that they do for DNA, then they do pastors, then they don't have rubbish lie. The day of judgment will come. All of them go face and one by one. Before they toss them, wait. When you come, go say, where the party will come, go say, them. But all of them, nobody, for all things that happen for this Nigeria, where they do, none of them should come and talk anything. So now to tell you how they engage, that wicked mind, that black mind where they engage from, with Biafra. I pity any person where they go marry Yoruba people. Nobody says Yoruba people, they marry Yoruba. What do we look at Yoruba man or Yoruba woman do? They are so wicked. What can I wake up, we don't do? Thank you, my brother. I will stop here for other people to come on here. Thank you and God bless. I'm sorry for what happened today. Thank you and God bless.
Chineke nke eluigwe mechara na nyerezi nkwado. Moses gwara m Fero okwu. Fero rapụ ndị m ụkala. Jehova nke eluigwe.
Yes, sir. Without wasting much of our time, we will be going to our studio in Urobo Ishekiri, presenter. Can you hear me? Correspondence.
Yes, I can hear you very
evening,
well,
Ma, from
Mazi.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon from here. And I greet everybody, my fellow freedom fighters, lovers of freedom. And I say good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time zone you are right now. I use it to greet all of you. My name is Madam Josephine Ariwa. And I'm going to talk. Mazi, actually, I like the topic today, a personal experience with Yoruba. And I very much would like to address that. I can even be in my deep sleep and somebody...
Before you go ahead, it keeps me wondering.
Yes.
The way the people respond this evening, you look at the Yorubas are even worse than the Fulanis. Honestly,
I am telling you,
outside raping small girls by Awusa,
Yoruba,
then Fulani killing our people in cold blood. Yoruba has not killed anybody, but people complain more than them. Well, Nigeria, go ahead, please, ma.
They are character. They are. I mean, they are something else. You know, one thing is, my experience with Yoruba didn't start at home, because remember, we were so biased by the Yorubas. And so I personally, I was very close to them. I never lived in Yoruba. I never lived in Yoruba. They were in our area, you know, because of the war. So we came to trust them. So anybody who is Yoruba, I go closer to, especially when I came over, this way. And I have many of them. I go to their church. I trusted them so much. And even I have relatives who are married to Yoruba, and that kind of. And then I started to gain my experience with Yorubas. I found them to be very sneaky. I found them to be very trickish. And I found them to be people that can divide. They come between you and your own person. And I had all of that experience. I went to their church. I used to go to Anglican church. And when I came here, and this is a classmate, we were in the master's program together, and he started a church, invited me. I came there, started children's program in that church, really put my heart and mind. And I found that they are very ungrateful. Never, nothing I do in that church that was pleasing. Instead, you will see them making side comments and everything. Nothing. Even though a Yoruba woman started to antagonize me in that church, for which I had to leave. Then I had a cousin who is married to Yoruba, living in another state. She called me and she wanted to come here to the state where I am. I said, okay, because we are cousins. Her father and my dad are the same, the same father, but not the same mother. So we were cousins. Now, here we come. She came, brought her Yoruba husband with her, with 3 children, plus my own family. We were living in the same house. They lived with me for 3 months. Let me tell you, I was feeding them. Do you know, not one day did that man contributed a dime to. And then when by the time they move out, they never told me. They went and get their own place, and I came from work one day. I found that they had moved, and I had to call her and said, you moved? Oh yeah. She never told me. They never paid me anything. And not only that, she messed up my name. They are one biggest gossiper. And then I brought my half brothers here. I can talk Yoruba. The experience I got with Yorubas, brought my half brothers here, made them help them. This my own cousin came between me and my half brothers. You know, if not because the sense God gave and that we are very neat tight, me and my half brother today now enemy, I will forbid. That is one thing I found. Say Yoruba, you cannot trust them. You want to do business with them for where? Look at what about the ones that I helped? After I helped them, one came from Lagos to come and live with me here in the US, and then I connected her with a Yoruba church. Instead of them to thank me for bringing a Yoruba person, they started saying, I want to be like Jesus. You know, started to make my helping them to look like it's a wrong thing. So I'll tell you, it's such a heartbroken experience. And that's how I started to see, say, these Yoruba people, they are ready to take from you. If you go to their event, you go give them money when they come to your home for here, you know. So there are numerous, and that attitude is what they use in destroying Nigeria. They will extract, that's what they use in destroying Biafra, coming to extract. So that experience, I got it very much. That's how I came to know. You can go to their store. I've been to their store, blow money there to buy things and all. Tell a Yoruba person, say you are selling something. Even if that thing at 1 penny, in best go change for head right away. It not go support you. Yorubas cannot be trusted. I will be the last person on earth to trust Yoruba. And that's why, you know, they are character assassinators. They may not take a gun like, you know, Hausa Fulani them, they do so. They may not do that, but they know how to gossip, and they know how to backmouth, and they know how to kill your character with their lies. Jealousy, they have it. So I had a very bad experience with Yoruba, even though not from home, but here. With that, today, a Yoruba person, if I see a Yoruba person, I'm not going to go sit with that Yoruba. I can greet the person, though, but I will never trust a Yoruba to say I want to do some business or anything. And that's why when I come on here, I talk to these Ichekiri people. You see Ichekiris too, who are aligning with Yoruba. They are also part of the problem because they have this Yoruba attitude. They have it and they are using it to deceive the Shekiris who don't know any better. Philanthropic. They are using their philanthropic interest to promote Yoruba interest in the Shekiri. You know, and the Shekiris who doesn't know this, they begin to go along with it. And that's why anytime when I come on here, people, they hear me, they talk. And I say it from my heart. Because I know, say, the problem of Ishekiri now be this politics of one Ishekiri now will be on the same Ishekiri language with the speaker. So they use this to deceive, to deceive the Ishekiris where they suffer, where they not know. Say, na the wayo, when Ishekiri they play, which Yoruba be that. And that is why. You see, so I thank you so much for this topic, because if I say make I talk about what I experienced from Yoruba here in this where I am here in this part of the world, the thing big where he go load, I go cut it tomorrow, I go see the talker. So I have to cut it short. But do I trust the Yoruba? No, and I will tell a Yoruba person to the face, I don't, you know. And they make us to hate Igbo. But thank God we can't find out now, say, Igbo people, they not do all the things where Yoruba lie, deceive us to make us think so. And I say it with great passion in my heart, because I hated Igbos when I came here. I wouldn't want to sit with Igbo. Why? Yoruba. But with time, I came to find, say, Yorubas are devils, biggest devils in the house. And so we need to wake up. So with that, make I just quickly say a word or two to my Ishekiri people today, you know, just to let them know. To let them know, say, we know what is going on. And my comment is to those Ishekiris that are playing games with Ishekiri. using Yoruba to play games with Ishekiri. Now, them, I won't talk to so. So, you cash off for on my way, the Demokanga, Isheki, the Demokanga, to Rapo, to Wale, Waka Jagigi, Chishibeda Mawegi, Niki Roke, to shake Biraye, Mono for Gidija, of Okidija Wale. Tell me why get Roke, Tejo, and Pagulolonie, Ushewe, Ishekiri to Sika Lady Roke. I'm giving I jolly Shekiri, I know, or Takele Job Shekiri. I will not buy bad she bag it below day. Yeah, no way Shekiri, Papa, Woma go with Shekiri, directly that will be okay. I will not for Gigi, Ishakiri, okay, Roshi, Ishakiri, okay. Ishakiri, Biafra when I say. So, Namaka leg rene, Namaka shusho laga. You mo fẹ́ kí gbé Ṣakí rán o tó ẹ mẹ́fẹ́ dà pẹ́ jù tó díró mẹ́ẹ̀dá wá gbà á fọ̀ èyí kàṣọ fọ̀wé ẹ̀jẹ̀ ṣíṣe ti rókè ọlọ́run Ìṣàkírì tó wí náà gbẹ̀ ṣẹ̀dẹ̀ bí rókè ẹ̀jọ̀ jíjọ ń ṣewé Ṣakírì orí ṣẹ̀tẹ̀nẹ̀wí náà sàwé ẹ̀wà jẹ́ gígí dáàkà bí rókè gbàgbà àjìṣẹ́kírì jẹ́ àjìṣẹ́kírì Biafra rẹ̀ àjìṣẹ́kírì wá láti ṣì Biafra ní Biafra máa wá èyí mo gíra o ọdọ àdọjú gbà mìíràn mo kí àwọn Ìṣẹ̀kírì ọmọ òròbó ejò bí mi yẹn rán wá ẹnà ọdẹjì àròbó wa dó ìsí wa dó ìyẹn ni ọ kéde òtárí Biafra ọyàn bá ẹtànà ìkó èèmọ màbí òtánà kéde Biafra. ọ̀rẹ́ náírà máì ọ̀rẹ́ fíà. Merario, Emma Mariotana, Miero Bojobio, Roboado. Cassiofa. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you very much. And hopefully, this is where we draw curtain for this evening segment. Our people must remain focused. We are not going anywhere. What we want is total freedom for Biafran nation. Ndewonu. Ndewonu.
Biafrans, the land of rising sun. Attention. During the recently concluded tour of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the United States, he promised to set up a US-based charitable organization to enable us fast-track the restoration of Biafra and stem the tide of the Fulani terror invasion of our land. We are pleased to announce the establishment of Biafra Aid Foundation in the United States of America, which was made public during his last broadcast on the radio Biafra. As part of this process, a grassroots fundraising initiative was agreed. Now, the official IPOB-backed Biafra Aid Foundation bank account number is now available to enable Biafrans domiciled in the USA and lovers of freedom from all over the world to contribute just $1 charitable donation every month until Biafra sovereignty is fully restored and Fulani terrorism completely eradicated from all territories of the South. The account setup is a 501c3 account at Chase Bank, United States of America. 501c3 means that every dollar, dime or nickel you donate into this account is tax deductible and subject to tax write-off at the end of the financial year. In other words, the American state is contributing to our effort to
For more inquiry, call the New Jersey coordinator, Mazi Chijoke Onyejeje, on +1973 5451 726. I repeat, +1973 5451 726. Or Mazi Dr. Okoro, National Coordinator, USA, on +1512 8255 300. +1512 8255 300. Or Mazi David Eze Kwesili on +183 224 5640.
Oh, hey, Biafrans, the land of rising sun.
Our people must remain focused. Our people must understand that our destination is Biafra, nothing more, nothing less.
Hello, Biafrans, lovers of freedom. Have you heard about the project Ozemena? Means never again. If yes, be part of the newest edition organized by IPOB UK family, Biafra Education Awareness Day. See, Biafra Genocide Exhibition, 2 days of more revelation, discovery, insight to all that you need to know about the Biafra Genocide. Date, Friday, 16th August 2019, Saturday, 17 August 2019. Time 12 p.m. till 8. Venue Goldsmiths University of London and Lewisham Way. New Cross SE 14 6NW London. Remembering all Biafran victims and victors, we shall defend our lives or we shall perish. The Biafran struggle is big, strong, and more reliable. With Mazi Nnamdi Okukanu, deputized by Mazi Uche Mefo. This is coming to you from the office of the UK National Coordinator and the Genocide Exhibition Committee. Freedom is what we want.
With the truth. We're coming out right now, and the price is up. With the truth. It's too late to paradise. Who are this too late? Receive and it's too late to paradise. It's too late. It's too late to paradise. It's too late. Roger says it's too late to paradise.
so worldwide people, they don't they kill us since. Nobody talk about them after the whole killing. Them go sweep them under the carpet. These people are shameless, they don't get conscience. Maybe in our blood, time they take a bath without our resources. Nothing like one Nigeria. These people are shameless, they don't get conscience. They don't set confusion among our brothers. They won't kill our leader because he speaks the truth. These people are shameless, they don't get conscience. No hiding place for them. See their doom for their doorstep. We are blessed folks. Who do my blessed no man feel cause worldwide thing.
Nigeria is falling, we are gonna sing it out.
With the truth, with the truth.
We're coming out right now, and the price is up.